Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 6 p.m. roll call, please.
Cashman.
Present.
Thomas Wood.
I'm here.
Hank LaFave.
Here.
Charles Costick. Here. Rick Collins.
Resolution 19-101, sorry, approve minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of December 6th and December 13th, 2018 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion? Wood. Is there a second?
Second.
I'm going to give it to LaFave. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carries. Is there anything for public comment this evening? Resolution 2, Abstract 1A-19 in 2018.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 1A-19, 1 through 4, for $44,288.35, and abstract 1A-19A, 1 through 5 prepays in the amount of $248,333.23 be received, that the abstract of audited claims number 1A-18, 2744 to 2819 for $665,001.79, and abstract 1A-18, 474 to 493 prepays in the amount of $1,843,692.63 be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisors hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood. Is there a second?
Second.
Costick. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 3, supervisor to retain the original of all correspondence.
Resolved that the supervisor be authorized to retain the original of correspondence he receives and file photocopies with the town clerk.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick. Is there a second?
Second.
LaFave. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 4, supervisor shall be in charge of all special districts.
Resolved that the supervisor, Michael S. Cashman, and in his absence, the deputy supervisor shall be in charge of all special districts, including water, sewer, ambulance, stormwater management districts, consolidated highway districts, and lighting district pursuant to section 29 of town law.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick. Is there a second?
Second.
Wood. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 So does carry. Resolution 5, supervisor shall act as chief fiscal officer for the town of Plattsburgh.
Resolved that the supervisor, Michael S. Cashman, as chief financial officer for the year 2019, be authorized and directed to deposit idle monies into interest-bearing accounts or to purchase certificates of deposit from any town funds, including special districts in the Adirondack Bank, T-Bank of New York, TD Bank, Glens Falls National Bank and Trust Company, Champlain National Bank, NBT Bank, New York Class Jeffries LLC, Harborside Financial, and Greene County Commercial Bank and Community Bank pursuant to Section 4, Subdivision 1 of the town law. And it be further resolved the general and highway special district funds be deposited in checking accounts with the aforementioned banks for offices located within the town of Plattsburgh for the year 2019, and any other bank that provides necessary collateral as required by audit and control. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave. Is there a second?
Second.
Costick. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 6, authorized to pay public utility service claims.
Resolved pursuant to section 118 of the town law, the supervisor be authorized to to pay claims for public utilities, electric, gas, water, sewer, fuel oil, and telephone, postage, freight, and express charges before they are audited. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Constant, Wood. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. So does carry. Resolution 7, salaries and payday for elected and appointed officials.
Resolved that pursuant to Section 27 of the town law, all elected and appointed officials shall be paid bi-weekly on Wednesday beginning January 9, 2019, with the exception of town attorney, councilors, historian, town justices, who will be paid on the last payroll of each month. And it be further resolved that salaries of all elected and appointed officials be affixed as indicated in the approved budget for 2019, and that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second?
Second.
Constant, any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 8, petty cash for town officials.
Resolved pursuant to Section 64 of the town law, petty cash funds be established for town officials for 2019 as follows. Finance manager, $100. Town clerk, $200. Tax receiver and assessment, $400. Town justices, $100 each. Your service director, $60.
Is there a
And it
motion?
be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave,
Second.
Wood. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 9, purchase procedures for goods and services.
Resolved that the town of Plattsburgh adopt procedures policy as indicated in the town's official policy book. Shall be the procedures to be followed by all elected and appointed officials as town employees for the year 2019. For the purchase of commodities, equipments, and/or goods of public works project, contract Schedule B, for professional services, consultants for purchase order policies, and cash disbursement procedures. And it be further resolved that the town board is authorized and order that the purchase order policy and cash disbursement project procedures, as outlined in Schedule A, B, C, and D, shall become policy for the procedures to be followed by the town of Plattsburgh personnel for purchase orders and cash disbursements for the year 2019. Excuse me. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 10, investment policy.
Resolved that the attached town of Plattsburgh 2019 investment policy be, and the same hereby approved effective this date, and the supervisors are authorized and directed to implement that the same of the town to be scheduled on an annual review of said policy by the town board audit committee for the purpose of reviewing and recommending to the town board any amendments thereto. Excuse me. Further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Wood. Are you in favor? Is there any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. You okay, Rick?
Yeah, just.
We could read some if you want.
A thing of water.
Do you want me to read this one?
Sure. Resolution 11, mileage reimbursement rates for 2019.
Whereas there are times when a town vehicle is not available to staff and elected officials when performing town business requiring the use of privately owned vehicles, now therefore be it resolved that elected or appointed town officials and all town employees when performing town business and a town vehicle is not available, or when the use of a private vehicle is authorized by a department head or the town supervisor, will be compensated at the most current IRS mileage rate for mileage incurred for the year 2019, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and department heads.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood, is there a second?
Second.
Costick, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So So does carry. Mr. Rick. We're on 12, Rick, but I'll have someone else read this one just to give you another breath. Resolution 12, naming of the official town newspaper.
Resolved that pursuant to section 64 of the town law, the Press Republic will be named as official newspaper for the town of Plattsburgh.
Is there a motion?
So
Awesome. Is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Resolution 13, reappointment of Carol Ruger to the Finance Committee Board.
Whereas the town board passed resolution 14-183, authorizing the formation of the finance committee to approve the accountability and controls over finances and accounts that play an advisory role to the town supervisor, town board, and finance manager. And whereas Mrs. Carol Ruger, a resident of the town of Plattsburgh who possesses skills and experience in finance and financial system, is willing to serve as a member of the finance committee. Now therefore be resolved, the town board does hereby appoint Ms. Ruger to the finance committee for a term to expire 12/31/22, to be effective January 1, 2019. And it be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be given to Mrs. Ruger and to the finance manager. And it be further resolved that she take the oath of office within 30 days of this resolution, and the supervisor send a letter of appointment and appreciation to Mrs. Ruger.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second?
Second.
Tostig, any discussion?
Yeah, are these all 4-year terms? Are we going to stagger? I noticed that the next one's a 4-year term too. I can't remember, I thought we had talked about staggering, but maybe that was a different committee.
I think it was a different committee.
Yeah,
Okay.
we talked
Aye.
about finance.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carried. Resolution 14, reappointment of Liz Duham to the Finance Committee Board.
First, the town board passed resolution 14-183, authorizing the formation of the finance committee to improve accountability and controls over finances and accounts, to play an advisory role to the town supervisor, town board, and finance manager. And whereas Liz Duham, a resident of the town, possesses skills and experience in financial systems, is willing to serve as a member of the finance committee. Excuse me. Now therefore be resolved that the town board, town of Plattsburgh, does hereby appoint Ms. Duham to the finance committee for a term to expire 12/31/2022, effective January 1, 2019. And be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be given to Ms. Duham and the finance manager. And it be further resolved that she take the oath of office within 30 days of this resolution, and the supervisor send a letter of appointment and appreciation to Ms. Duham.
Is there a motion? Wood. Is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So carries. Resolution 15, 5-year appointment of ZBA member.
Whereas Vassal LaForest is willing to serve as a regular board member, therefore be resolved that the town of Plattsburgh Town Board does hereby appoint Vassal LaForest to the zoning board of appeals for a term to expire 12/31/2023. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the codes and zoning department head, the chairperson of the zoning board of appeals, and a certified copy be given to Mr. LaForest. And it be further resolved that Mr. LaForest take the oath of office within 30 days of this resolution.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So does carry. Resolution 16, update sexual harassment in the workplace policy.
Whereas Governor Cuomo has signed a new law in the sexual harassment workplace discrimination laws. And whereas the town of Plattsburgh board wishes to update its policy and recommends that the effective date of the town of Plattsburgh sexual harassment workplace discrimination policy be updated and adopted effective immediately. Now therefore be resolved that a copy of this resolution and the policy be provided to the finance manager and all department heads to update the town's official policy book.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second? Costick, any discussion?
This is what the state has, the state's policy. We didn't write this.
Much of this is the boilerplate material, and as I said, we're going to continue to move forward in cleaning some additional things up. The two members, it should be noted, the reporting is the senior account clerk typist in the accounting office. We did it based on title, so that, you know, should Nikki move or what have you, that's in there in the policy. And then it is also members of the town board personnel committee, okay, so that there's multiple folks that we can go through, all right? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So carries. Resolution 17, 3% site plan return deposit for Surgical Pain Center of the Adirondack Site Plan 2017.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved all requirements of Surgical Pain Center of the Adirondack Site Plan 2017. Whereas the Planning and Community Development Department has coordinated inspections of said project and reports all have been met and completed. Now therefore be resolved, the supervisors hereby authorized and directed to the release of said deposit in the amount of $3,487.50 plus accrued interest to date. And it be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forwarded by the Planning Community Development Department Secretary with the return of deposit to Adirondack Interventional Physiotherapy.
Is there a motion? Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion?
Is it the Codes and Zoning Office or the Planning and Community Development?
It would be planning department. Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Carried, thank you. Resolution 18, 3% site plan return deposit, Momont Trailer Sales Site Plan 2016.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved all requirements of Momont Trailer Sales Site Plan 2016. And whereas the Planning and Community Development Department has coordinated inspections of said project and reports all requirements have been met and completed. Now therefore be resolved, the supervisors hereby authorized and directed to release of the deposit of $6,638.13 plus accrued interest to date. And to be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forwarded by the Planning Community Development Department Secretary with a return of deposit to Momont Trailer Sales.
So it is clear. It is $6,638.13, correction to be made. Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, second.
Second.
Costick, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So it does carry. Resolution 19, Battlefields Interpretive Plan Consulting Firm.
Whereas on November 19, 2018, the town did publicly issue a request for qualifications for consultants to develop a historical interpretive plan for the purpose of Battlefield Memorial Park located on the former U.S. Air Force Base fuel jetties. In compliance and procedures with policy, it did receive 2 responses. Whereas the staff board and board members have conducted a thorough review of proposals submitted, and Mr. Trevor Cole, senior planner, has submitted a letter in support of the selection of objective idea, Amaze Design. Now therefore be resolved that after the town attorney has reviewed said contract agreement and upon his approval, the town board hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into the contract of services as indicated. And to be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to Object Idea Amaze Design and Planning Department and Town Finance Manager.
Is there a motion?
So
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. So does Carrie. I don't see any reason to go into an executive session this evening, unless I'm unaware. Seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn the next meeting at 6:19? Is there a motion?
Tom, you have a motion, I'll second.
Wood. LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye.